Hello, Mr. Simmons.
What's happening? Should be a fun race.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Love you.
Love you. Yep.
You gotta use the line if Archuleta gets, bumped into your head or something. It's like, this must be his birthday spank.
I love it.
Oh, speaking of, do you have a minute right now? Were you
Yeah, what's up?
In the ARC race, there was an intentional wreck, but I wanted to bring it up with you, like, cautiously, because there's a caveat, kind of. It was Elliot, who's never had anything ever, and I found out information, he just got a pretty rather heavy fucking concussion, and he hasn't been acting quite right, period. You know what I mean? And also the intentional wreck was silly. I thought it was silly wreck. The guy who, what the heck was that? You know what I mean? It was obviously an intentional wreck, or like, it was silly. And, so I was kind of like, I'd rather do like we gotta talk to him, but I'd rather do like a doctor's note than, like mad at you or something.
Yeah, I'd like to see it, and we can go from there.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, we're about to go live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with GEC Racing League. We're going to be out here at Kentucky. This is going to be an amazing race for the Bluegrass Burnout 225. 150 laps. That means 225 miles at the 1.5 mile oval. But we're in for a lot of action tonight. Obviously, up in the booth, as always, you got myself, Jamie G, and we have Simmons. Kyle Simmons, how we doing?
What's happening? I'm doing great tonight. I'm
Good
excited.
to hear. Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be a lot of competition out for tonight's race. Obviously, race 7 coming into a little bit higher on the end of possible, aggression levels coming to the end of the regular season. People are going to be pushing a little bit harder. They're going to be trying to get as many points as possible, trying to get that playoff cutoff, which is 14 drivers, which, again, is a lot of drivers, but some aren't at that line yet, so they're trying to fight as hard as they can to get as many points as possible before the end of the regular season. But again, here at Kentucky, a lot of fun out here. Last week, out at Richmond, a little bit of a short track. We had Jacob Malone bring it home. Once again, our last series Cup season champion. Doing a great job, obviously, this season as well. But, anything can happen here tonight. He is sitting at the top of the time on the practice as well at the moment. But you never know what can happen. Darren Bruce in second place at Richmond last week. Darren Bruce in that... Darren Bruce, what... is he... I think he's here. Yeah, Darren Bruce in the 39. He's sitting in fifth on that time right at the moment. But you never know. Like I said, anything can happen tonight. And love to see it. Justin Openchowski for OCS. He's going to be up there for that 96 car. Doing a great job this season as we see him on the screen right now. Can't wait to see what he has to offer tonight for OCS and Kentucky. But as we get into this week, it looks like going into the standings, Cameron Craighead in that number 1 car, he's going to be up front in points for 202 points, and then Jason McCabe with 201. So really, really close as far as the point standings go. Jacob Malone with 200, so he's only 2 points back. These guys are so close up into the top 3. All the way down to the top 10, there's only 39 points for the spread, but it goes Craighead, McCabe, Malone for our top 3, Cochran, Birkmeyer for our top 5, and then into our top 10 is Marino Jr., Darren Bruce, McCabe, Josh McCabe, William Campbell, and Kenneth Gallman. To lead out so far, our point standings for the playoffs is going to be Joseph Barrow, Justin Openchowski, Jordan Marion, and Dustin Haynes all making that cutoff. But anybody below that is going to have to fight and make their way into that cut line, or else they will not be able to make it to the playoffs this season. But there's always a chance next season. That's why I said, we could see a lot of aggression coming towards the end of the regular season to try to make that cut line. But you never know what we're going to get here at Kentucky. Let's go ahead and take a look tonight at some of the track stats that we got going on as far as the weather and everything goes. It looks like right as it stands, 71 degrees out there, ambient temperature. It looks like track temperature is 74 degrees, so not much difference there, Simmons, between the track and ambient temperatures.
No. It's going to be a little damp out there. We got 78% humidity. Might cause some slick, but yeah, they're going to have to, it'll warm up, I think. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. They might run so many different lines. There's so many lines here that they might never warm up one part of the track too much.
Well, that could be a good thing for old tires and a bad thing for new tires, but honestly, we'll have to see as it goes on. Here we go. The checkered flag is out on the practice. Let's go ahead and take a look. It looks like right now Jacob Malone sitting at the top of the list with a 30.12. Garrett Caswell right there behind him with a 30.25. Kenneth Gallman also third in line right there. But we are about to start qualifying here right now. I'm quite interested to see who's actually going to come out on top as far as the qualifying goes.
You think it's the usual suspects, or I think there's going to be a couple new names up there. This is a unique track.
Yeah, no, it definitely could be. I'd be excited to see some new names up in the top. As we're watching Kenneth Gallman go around the track right now in that 71. These guys are going to start to post their first lap times here in a moment, right on this next lap. We're going to start to see it shake out a little bit more. I've been out at Kentucky a few times, and super awesome track. It's a great oval. I like racing out there. The 1.5 miles, between the 1 and 1.5 miles are some of my favorite tracks of all. And Kentucky definitely being at the top of that list.
Yeah, this is a great track. In almost any car combo, it's always good racing.
Well, here we go. Some of our first times are starting to come in. Jacob Malone sitting at the top of the list, right up in front of Cameron Craighead in second place. Benjamin Archuleta in third, Reggie Evans Jr. in fourth, Kenneth Gallman in fifth, Berkmeyer sixth, Cochran seventh. But it looks like we got a little bit of a mix-up going on. Cochran taking the top for that pole position right at the moment. Malone already off the track. Kenneth Gallman switching out with Cochran. There's a battle for the pole position right now, Simmons.
Yeah, this is shaking it up.
Wow.
Marino
There
up
are some names up there that we're not used to seeing.
Hey.
That's awesome. Kenneth Gallman now off the track, taking that pole position time. Looks like Marino Jr. in second place, Shane Cochran in third, Darren Bruce in fourth, and Jacob Malone falling back to fifth place. Really unexpected. As you see him utilizing the bottom part of that track right there. A lot of these cars are now coming off track. Shane Cochran now coming into the pits. That's going to lead it out. Garrett Caswell jumps up into fourth place right at the last second. That's going to push Darren Bruce into fifth and Jacob Malone out of the top five into sixth place. Justin Opachowski in seventh. Cameron Craighead in eighth. Joseph Barrow in ninth. And Richard Elliott in 10th. That's going to lead out for right now. We still got a couple people out on the track as far as Josh McCabe and his brother Jason McCabe. They're both going to still be out on the track, but they don't have a whole lot of time left. 2 minutes to go until the actual grid up. Lee Kiernan's still out on the track as well, sitting in the 21st position. Looks like Jason McCabe coming around for his last lap right here. Kiernan's still out on the track as well. But his speed is cut down to 0. I'm not sure what's going on with him. Yeah, he's just sitting at the bottom of the track. That's going to put Jason McCabe in 14th. Not bad. Not bad at all. Gallman, Marino Jr., Shane Cochran, Garrett Caswell, and Darren Bruce to lead out your top five. Jacob Malone, Justin Opachowski, Cameron Craighead, Joseph Barrow, and Richard Elliott to lead out your top 10. Thank you all for being here for GEC Racing League, and we are going to kick it off with our national anthem. We'll see you back out on the track in a moment.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're going to go ahead and kick it off with our scrolling grid here. Let's go ahead and take a look and see who is all on the grid. Row 1 is Marino Jr. and Kenneth Gallman up front. Row 2, Garrett Caswell and Shane Cochran. Row 3 is going to be Jacob Malone and Darren Bruce. Row 4, Cameron Craighead, Justin Openchowski. Row 5 is going to be Richard Elliott and Joseph Barrow. Row 6, R. Lane and Josh McCabe. Row 7, Jason McCabe and Benjamin Archuleta. Happy birthday, Benjamin Archuleta. Chris Campbell in the 52 and Michael Menchaca in the 32. Row 9 will be Brad Wilson and Reggie Jug Evans Jr. Row 10, Kay Dunn and Hunter Birkmeyer. Row 11, Dusty Haynes and Lee Kiernan. Row 12, Kyle Simmons, which is not actually out there, and Jordan Marion. Super good lineup today. 23 drivers out on the track here for Kentucky, racing it out for the Bluegrass Burnout 225. Again, thank you guys all for showing up tonight. This is going to be an amazing race. Couple shout outs already. Mama out there, good luck, Garrett. As always, Garrett is going to do an amazing job. I am sure of it. And we got Kenneth Gallman out there. Let's get it done, number 71.
We do our picks?
No, we didn't. Yeah, let's go ahead and do who's your pick. Tonight, who do you got?
I'm taking Gallman. I'm taking Gallman.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with the birthday boy, Benjamin Archuleta, in that number 51. We are green flag, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Great start by our drivers down low. 71 of Gallman looking on the inside of Marino, ducking back into the line there. Shane Cochran on the outside looking low on Gallman. Cameron Craighead looking to make moves, but he's getting stuck on that outside. He's now going to be door-to-door with Shane Cochran. That low line just not doing Cochran any good, unfortunately. Woo, big mix-up back there with the 51. Benjamin Archuleta, the birthday boy, and it looked like the McCabes. I don't know what it is about those food branded cars, but that Nesquik car looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome.
That's going to be the number 2 of our lane. Looks like everybody already starting to get out to single file. Only a couple cars are too wide out there right now. Look like Shane Cochran diving that low line. He's going to be underneath. Looks like Darren Bruce at the moment, trying to chase down Cameron Craighead, trying to get into that top 5. Darren Bruce goes down to the bottom of the track, side by side with Cameron Craighead there. Kerry Bruce giving a shout out for Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce is doing well right now, side by side with Cameron Craighead still. Darren Bruce looking to take that top 5. So as we start to see these drivers get a little bit more heat in those tires, you're going to start to see them actually level off a little bit. Everybody's going to start to go single file, find their own lines, see where they can make it. But in all honesty, Simmons, it's really going to come down to whoever can save those tires the most.
Yeah, I believe so. They've already really fell into a good rhythm here. So it's the individual laps, how much you're saving, and someone's going to get around here at some point. I bet that clean air is going to help, though, up front.
So it looks like Marion already had to go into the pits. What happened? Do you know?
Here, no. Let me go back. See what happened.
As he's just coming out just now.
Did you get it? Pit.
Looked like Reggie Evans as well had to come in.
Huh. Oh, they did get. Oh, they both got a black flag. Huh.
Yeah, but how is that even possible? I do see some damage on Kiernan's car already as well. The 05 running with a little bit of front end damage there. He's going to be right in front of Marion. Yeah, maybe we can get a story on that here in a little while. 48 still running up in front of Garrett Caswell. Garrett Caswell in that new paint scheme. That white, black, and blue looking good out there for the number 8, for the number 77. It does show an 87 on mine though. Not sure why. Either way, these guys are all now starting to go out single file. Long race to go, 225 miles. We only were 8 laps in and we're already getting some single file racing. These guys are definitely going to be looking to save some of those tires to be able to make it to the long run. I really think that we're going to get some green flag racing here tonight. Also, special guest up in the booth, Mason Arujo. What's good, Mason?
How we doing, fellas? How we doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Fantastic.
Out here watching from the top view the Bluegrass Burnout 225 at Kentucky. These guys are doing a great job so far. Back into single file racing. Most likely going to be saving some of those tires for the long run like we were saying. But have you ever been out here, Mason, out to Kentucky and raced out here?
I think I have in season 1. It's been a while.
Yeah, that has been a while. Well, and we were going over who's your pick. I believe Simmons. Who was your pick again?
Gallman. I had Gallman tonight.
Kenneth Gallman. I went ahead and went with the birthday boy, Benjamin Archuleta. Who's going to be your pick tonight, sir?
You know, I gotta show my boys some love. Gotta be Barrow.
Joseph Barrow in the number 4.
Not a bad pick.
2-time champion here at GEC. Definitely not a bad pick at all. But Marino Jr. still out there dominating the field. Malone now has went up from 6th place to 3rd place. He's definitely going to be a contender. It's going to be right there. They're actually all right next to each other as far as like Marino, Caswell, and Malone. They're all going to be about 0.5 away from each other, which isn't very much if you really think about it. One little mistake. Marino Jr. touches the wall right there. That's the second time I've seen him do that. He's going to have to stay away from that wall if he wants to keep those wheels straight. A lot of single file going on. Our lane right on the backside of Justin Openchowski, looking to go ahead and see where he can get one in. Looking to that outside. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it on the outside. Maybe that's going to give him a little momentum to get in there, but no, it doesn't look like it. Openchowski still maintaining that position right behind Shane Cochran. Shane Cochran, the only one with his camera on tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look inside the car with Cochran and see what he sees.
Still got them googly eyes on?
Oh, I imagine. We're about to see. And he does. Yep, absolutely. Still with the googly eyes. He's going to be
Let's
right
finally
there.
go straight. We got to be really worried.
Right. He's going to be right there behind Darren Bruce, already having to let off the throttle a little bit. Unfortunately, looks like some of that tire wear is already starting to catch up with these guys. We're only 15 laps in. Looks like he's opting for that middle line. Nice and steady right there.
Things have got to start changing soon. Some of these packs are going to either stretch out or catch up. We're getting into some tire wear territory here.
Well, if we start getting those, you know, the green flag pit stops, that's really where the strategy is going to come in.
Yeah.
Are you getting 2? Are you getting 4? Are you getting none? You know, and the fuel is really going to matter as well. If we start getting into those green flag pit stops, only 50% fuel here tonight in Kentucky. It's funny, those googly eyes are going sideways. He's turning his head as he's turning the car. That's awesome. I can't believe somebody tricked him into doing that. Super great to watch. Only 17 laps in, and we're already starting to see a little bit of tire wear out there. People, like I said, they're going to have to manage those tires pretty efficiently. With 5 sets of tires sitting in the pits, I don't think they're going to have to worry about running out of tires. But if it continues to go green, you're definitely not going to want to pit more than anybody else. So. Openchowski sitting right there in front of Jason McCabe. He's going to be looking to keep that spot. He wants to try to get up to where Shane Cochran is, but just not able to make it right at the moment. Our lane falling back a little bit in that Nesquik car. Now, I'm not sure if it's showing Reggie Jug Evans Jr. 2 laps down or 1 lap down. But him and Marion are definitely at least 1 lap behind. I'm super curious of what happened to them right in the beginning of the race.
Yeah, so I saw Marion had like a missed start, so he started from the pits. But unless he sped out of pits, and then I hadn't seen what Evans had. So maybe he took it. But yeah, if he had maybe he had a hold for driving him too fast in pits. Maybe did not see what happened. Looks super innocent.
Either way, still great racing going on. Looks like Openchowski's still trying to chase down Shane Cochran up there in 7th place. But, man, those leaders are really out to a great start. Marino Jr. now almost 1 whole second in front of Garrett Caswell. Garrett Caswell also almost, well, no. Garrett Caswell not that far in front of Jacob Malone in that number 8. Jacob Malone looks like he is chasing down Garrett Caswell. But slightly, very slightly. Yeah, Malone falling back a little bit, going high. He's now about 0.7 back. It looks like he misjudged that last turn. He did get a lot of speed coming off that last turn, though. Man, I think the car to watch tonight is going to be that number 48, Marino Jr.
Yeah, he might hold on to this. He has good pace. He's held that gap for just been the same, hasn't he?
He actually increased it by 0.5.
He increased it, yeah.
Yeah, the last time we took a look, he was about 0.5 in front. Now he's over a second in front on Garrett Caswell. And it looks like it's barely falling off at all, if any. Well, he's going to want to be careful. He's going to want to keep that cushion as long as possible in front of Garrett Caswell because Malone is sitting right behind Caswell. Still about
Yep.
0.5 back. What is up, Graham? Appreciate you coming out, man.
A little bit of racing between D. Bruce and Craighead here.
Yeah, let's go take a look at that. Well, that racing created a nice little
Oh, Shane Cochran coming up
advantage. Cochran way up high. We've seen that high line definitely be able to give a little bit more speed coming out of the corner in that straightaway. But it's going to be hard to pass 2 cars unless he decides to go 3 wide. Yeah, I'm going to check that out, Garrett or Graham. Hold on. It could be the room I'm sitting in. I'm not 100% sure.
Looks like Cameron
Craighead.
Craighead coming into pits.
Yeah, is that an early pit strategy for Craighead, or did something happen?
I didn't
No,
see anything
Archuleta
happen.
coming
It
in
looks like
too.
he kind of just fell back, yeah.
Archuleta now coming in.
Might be just a part of the early pit strat for them. Maybe try to get out front when the leaders come in and try to take a few laps.
Yeah, it looks like they're the only 2 that actually decided to come in early. That's gonna put them towards the back, 20 and 21st, while Marino Jr., Caswell, and Malone still out front chasing down this win. So it's looking like these guys are only gonna get what 30 some laps on these on this fuel.
Yeah, about that, I would say.
Still, everybody pretty good single file at the moment. Nobody making any really big pushes. That tire wear is really coming into play. Like I said, you know, once we see this first green flag pit stop, we'll start to see the real tire wear. If everybody's changing 4 tires, we're gonna know pretty good that everybody is having trouble with the fall off on those tires.
Oh, it looks like everybody's starting to pit. Got 86 going in, we got 4 going in. Yep, sounds like everybody's starting to go in.
Yeah, our lane is already in there. Joseph Barrow in there. Cochran now coming down as well. Got a bunch of drivers coming in. Dusty Haynes, Campbell.
Hearing it all over the radio. It sounds like everybody's starting to come down.
Kay Dunn is also coming in. Marino Jr., Caswell, and Malone still out there running strong. Marino Jr. now coming down into pit lane. He's going to go ahead and give up that lead. Who's going to try to take it away? Jason McCabe now taking the lead to see if he can get a couple points. Bunch of drivers now coming in. Caswell, Malone, Bruce, Gallman, Openchowski, and Richard Elliott also coming in.
Looks like just about the entire front of that pack just came into the pit.
Yeah, almost.
Oh, and 30, it looks like 35 and 36 also coming in this time around.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to lead that lap. His brother's going to stay out there. 36 is going to stay. No, 36 is coming in as well.
3 wide out of pit lane.
Yeah, I seen that.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a little wild. 2 wide right in the corner.
Wow, that's cool. Wow, they pulled it off perfectly too.
Looks like Josh McCabe and Jason McCabe still showing up as first and second. They're going to have to get out of that pit lane as soon as possible if they want to maintain that lead.
It's like 35's coming out now. And I think his brother's coming out right behind him.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to give him enough. Looks like Jacob Malone took that second spot away. Marino Jr. taking back the lead. Malone must have had a different pit strategy or came in a little bit faster than Garrett Caswell, because Garrett Caswell is now back in third place. Lee Kiernan's still not. I don't know if Kiernan pitted yet or not, but it is showing him now one lap down as well. And Joseph Barrow also one lap down.
See what's going on with that.
Shane Cochran running up in 7th now. Go back to Barrow and take a look at what happened with him real quick.
It only shows him about 40 seconds off, which is 10 seconds behind the lap, so I'm not 100% sure, but something must have happened. Maybe it was a
Looks like
speeding
Malone just
penalty.
got him. I think Marino Malone just got him.
Checking his speed as coming into pit. What's the pit speed limit on this one?
I think it's 50 miles an hour. Marino Jr. now increasing that gap up to 1.7. He's almost 2 seconds ahead of Jacob Malone. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those pit stop strategies. Looks like our entire top 6 all took 4 tires. Richard Elliott only taking 2 tires, but everybody else taking 4 tires. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of fall off, guys. After 30 laps, these guys are all changing brand new tires all the way around.
Looks like Joe came into pits around about 56 miles per hour. I don't know if that could have counted in a speeding penalty.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's 50 or 55, but it's showing Lee Kiernan in front of Joseph Barrow by about 14 seconds. So he must have had some kind of hold or something.
Watching now.
Hey guys,
Looks like he did both sides of his tires. Maybe that was just like a slowdown for him.
looks like we got a decent race between Cochran and Bruce right now. Cochran and Bruce going back and forth. Very similar to what we were seeing before. They're going to be side by side trying to chase down Cameron Craighead. Craighead now moved himself up to 4th place. Cochran up into 5th.
Cochran looking like he wants to battle it out with Craighead here for P4.
Oh, of course he does. He's right on his back. Cochran with the crossover, looking down low. Gonna be side by side with Craighead. Cochran looking like he's got more speed. He is able to take the position.
Oh!
Woo! A little bit of contact between that 86 and 1.
Ultimately, it looks like Cochran will be able to hold that lead in P4 for now.
Cochran doing a great job for himself, making moves out there. Just an
It's,
amazing
quite,
race so far.
quite different, especially for him, seeing as he's usually the one laying in the back. You know, and you always used to call him the ninja. So
Yeah, and again, he lies in wait and just springs out of nowhere most of the time, but he is pushing forward. He is not wasting any time to try to catch up to Garrett Caswell in third. Caswell looks like he's about a second back from Malone. Malone, again, in second place, but Malone still 2 seconds behind Marino Jr. Marino Jr. still out there killing it.
he's just got the speed tonight.
Michael Menchaca now going a lap down. That's going to put 2 people in front of Barrow for the lucky dog. Barrow's going to have to make some moves. Absolutely incredible racing so far, guys.
Looks like Bruce is looking at Craighead now.
Yeah, Craighead is just losing speed. I'm not 100% sure. Let's take a look and see when Craighead pitted versus everybody else. Craighead does have about 5 more laps on his tires than everybody else. So that fall off is significant. These guys are feeling it. Feeling time loss after 5 laps, so Cochran able to increase that gap by 0.5 on Craighead as well, but he's still going to be about 2 seconds behind Garrett Caswell. Caswell still about a second behind Malone, and Malone 2 seconds behind our leader of Marino Jr. in that number 48. Man, these guys are killing it. Nice green flag run by the Cup drivers. Currently, right now, Michael Menchaca, Lee Kiernan, Joseph Barrow, Reggie Jug Evans Jr., and Jordan Marion all currently a lap down. Man, that gap just keeps increasing. Marino Jr. out here smashing it. Looking like that car is on rails. 2 seconds and 25 in front of our second place of Jacob Malone.
Yeah, I noticed he's using all the track. He's using the hills. He's using everything. He knows something we don't.
Yeah, clearly.
Fast.
Darren Bruce looking on the inside of Craighead right now. Craighead still falling back a little bit. Not the speed he wants. They're going to be side by side coming into the front stretch. Ooh, a little wiggle out of Darren Bruce right there. Super close together, those guys. Craighead still able to maintain, but Darren Bruce just edging forward. A little bit of bump contact between the 39 and the 1.
As it should be.
Looks like he eased up, allowed
There we
Darren
go.
Bruce to take
That's
that away.
racing right there. We got battle up front here too, right in front of them.
86-32, and I think that's 05. Yeah, looked like they were about to take it 3 wide there for a minute.
Yeah, it looks like Kiernan is actually a lap down right now, so he is going to be a lapped car. Same with Menchaca, 86, trying to get around those guys. He's losing a little bit of time. That's going to give the edge to Darren Bruce to try to catch up. Darren Bruce now right behind Shane Cochran. Shane Cochran side by side with Menchaca racing down that front stretch. About 4 wide.
Whoa!
The
Wow.
05 able to save that from a big crash right there. 4 wide. Looks like 3 wide still
now they're
going
all
in the
together,
back
6
stretch.
people?
Craighead trying to maneuver his way through there.
They're doing the reverse Mighty Ducks over here.
That is incredible. Looks like
And they're able to
Kieran
squeeze on by.
and Menchaca going to the high side of the track to allow these drivers to get by. Cochran losing that spot to Darren Bruce through all that traffic. He is not going to be happy. Now he's going to have to chase him down, but he also has Craighead back on his tail trying to make that pass. Gallman is right there making his edge forward. Gallman able to catch up to Craighead now. Craighead still utilizing the top side of that track. Trying to find any kind of speed that he can, but it is just not working out. Craighead now is lost another spot to the 71 of Kenneth Gallman. Gallman moving up to 6th place.
Already about to be 56 laps into this 150 lap race.
Yeah, I know, just insane already.
Gotta say, they've been doing a great job keeping it green.
Oh, sideways goes the 11 of Marion down to the bottom of the track. And that is going to be
And
our
as
first
I
caution.
say
I
it.
didn't say it.
That is going to
And
be our
as I
first.
say it.
That is going to be our first caution. Marion going sideways, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and see if we can take a look at what just happened there.
I think we can confirm that definitely a curse.
Oh, huge contact for Marion on that inside wall. Comes back out onto the track. All the drivers doing a great job of avoiding that number 11. It looks like he just got loose on his own. That's going to be big damage for the 11, unfortunately. Marion not having a great night. Unfortunately, already started this race a lap down. That is going to really hinder his progress.
Called it out on the radio. It looked like he had some wheel damage that was kind of made him get loose there.
Yeah,
Trying to keep it down low, and it just spun him out.
He does have some damage on the front right of that vehicle and the front left. So he must have had the front left damage before that crash ever even happened.
Yeah, it looked. You could see that he was trying to tug it down. Like his car just kept wanting to go up.
Looks like
And
all
then
the
he just
drivers
spun
are
it.
coming in,
Except for him.
except for Marion.
He faked.
I say, it looks like the
Looks
number
like
11
it was-
stayed out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Who else? Yeah. Number 11 stayed out, and Kiernan stayed out.
Kiernan, yep. Every
You
other
figure of all
driver.
people would have been number 11 would have went in there for a pit.
I don't know. He hopefully he still has a fast repair because he had an incident early in the race. But I don't know if it was damage or not. All these cars racing off a pit lane.
Got to get back out on that track.
I have a feeling coming around, he'll probably end up going in.
Well, it does look like Marino Jr. has now lost the lead to Jason McCabe, up 13 spots. McCabe must have had a faster pit stop. He must have only took 2 tires. Let's take a look. No, McCabe fuel only. He didn't take any tires. Everybody else behind him, all the way back to Richard or R. Lane in that number 2. Our lane's in 10th, so everybody from the top 10 down except for our leader, Jason McCabe, has now taken 4 tires. Malone gaining another spot in pit lane. He's now in front of Marino Jr. I don't know how he does it.
Marion, number 11, coming into pit. It was weird. He stopped at the front of the pit box there, or going into the pit zone there for a minute, then rolled it in.
Well, guys, we are double file. Lights are off the pace car. We're about to see the pace car dive off of the track, and we're about to go back to green flag racing here at Kentucky for the Bluegrass Burnout 225. Great start to this race. Awesome green flag run. And they were going to have to all come back in anyway.
Yeah, that was an amazing little stretch of green there for sure.
As it looks like they're starting to sort out who's who and where they're going.
Somebody's talking 3 wide into turn 1 already.
Oh, I could see it happening easily. Especially Marino Jr. getting stuck behind McCabe on those old tires. That is going to hinder his fast laps he's been running. He doesn't want to lose any time. Pace car is off the track.
Get into that Geico restart zone.
Green flag is out.
Oh,
Sideways. We have a crash. Huge crash. Bunch of cars involved right there. Looks like that was the number 8 getting loose. He may have started in the wrong gear.
Yeah, it looks like he just had a misshift or something going on there.
That is going to be Jacob Malone with a bunch of damage on that number 8. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Let's go ahead and go with... There we go.
Man, yeah, that was a pretty good wreck there. Multiple cars involved.
Wow. I can't tell. Let's go back and see if Garrett Caswell made a wrong push. But I don't think he did. It looked like he spun out on his own.
Hard to tell. I mean, he was on his bumper, but it looked like he was.
No, it was the number 8. Yeah, it was the number 8. That takes out a bunch of our fast drivers. Garrett Caswell able to make it through that mess. Really unfortunate for Jacob Malone. Not what you wanted to see here for him tonight. Caswell, Archuleta, Craighead, Campbell, Cochran, Birkmeyer, Openchowski, Marino Jr., Wilson, Birkmeyer, Haynes, Menchaca, and Evans all back down into the pit lane. Evans with a black flag for something. But to the advantage goes Jason McCabe. He's going to get to stay out front for a little bit longer. Darren Bruce right behind him. Kenneth Gallman in third. Marino Jr. still in the pits. He's going to be coming out here in a moment, but that's going to push him all the way back to 13th. That really shook up that front pack. Shook up the whole race, honestly, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I don't know if he started in the wrong gear or what happened there. That's going to leave it up to Jason McCabe and Darren Bruce to battle it out. Kenneth Gallman right there behind McCabe. McCabe on the oldest tires on the track right now. Our Lane is going to be sitting behind Darren Bruce in that second spot. Our Lane in fourth. That pushes Richard Elliott up the front as well, and also Jason McCabe's brother, Josh McCabe, in that 36. As these guys get sorted back out, Cochran all the way in the back, Openchowski into the back, Garrett Caswell as well, Craighead. A bunch of our front runners are now sitting in the back of the pack. Marino Jr. was leading this race. He's now sitting in 18th. Terrible turn of events for Mr. Marino. Pace car's off. Let's see if we can get a better start this time. Green flag is out.
with a nice little lead.
He's going to need it. Being on those old tires, man, I don't know how long he's going to be able to maintain it. Everybody behind him is fresh.
Looks like, yeah, he's got cars coming up quick on him here. Oh, we got another spin out in the back.
Oh, the 86 is around. And that is going to bring out another caution flag.
Got some drivers in the back that weren't so happy about that.
Dustin Haynes with a meatball flag as well. Let's go ahead and check out Shane Cochran and see what happens. Cochran with a little bit of damage right there. 87 just coming down a little bit. Cochran getting loose, unfortunately, getting touched by Dustin Haynes. Haynes up into the wall, into Reggie Evans Jr., down into Menchaca as well. Menchaca not seeing the
So many
checkup.
cars getting deflected there. So many. In the back.
Wow. Just incredible, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be our second caution, or third caution of the night. Sorry about that. Bunch of cars coming back down into pit lane, but we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, right after this commercial break.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear. Green flag drops and the engines roar. 40 cars and we all want more. Mash the gases, we're on the line. Four wide and we're feeling fine. Drifting close in a slipstream dance. Taking the corners in a high-speed trance. Try oval side by side.
Back.
All right,
Pace
ladies
cars
and
light
gentlemen,
throw.
we are back. Looks like Jason McCabe is going to still maintain that lead. These guys are double filed. Darren Bruce still on his outside, but that's going to put Gallman behind Darren Bruce and Lane behind McCabe now.
And McCabe's been getting really lucky with these tires. Able to stay out in that front somehow.
Yeah, I'm
All these cautions even.
well, it looks like McCabe just pitted with everybody else, so I mean, he's good to go
Hopefully
now.
running fresh now. That'd be good.
So it looks like that plan's worked out perfectly for him. The whole top 15 came in about 9 laps ago.
Here goes the pace car. Up to that Geico restart zone.
Green flag.
Not sure what was going on with that 71 car. I think he was blinking out really bad.
Gallman was blinking out bad, it must have been. He dropped down to the bottom. He was in second place. Or no, fourth place. But it looks like McCabe able to maintain that lead right there. These guys are going to be grouped up. Let's hopefully they keep that pressure nice and low.
Roger, I got you.
Bunch of crazy racing in the back right there.
Eric Caswell saying somebody bombed in and took him out. I'm going to go back and take a look real quick. Doesn't look like there's any cautions out.
Let's take a look. Looks like Caswell looks
Like
clean.
the 30, ooh, the 37 hit the 77, but 77 was able to recover. What a recovery.
Yeah, Garrett Caswell, an amazing driver. Unfortunately, just sitting towards the back right now. Let's see if he can make his way back up towards the front.
Looks like the 11 and 4 also got into each other at the same exact time, both able to recover.
A little bit of good news. Joseph Barrow able to get back out on the lead lap. Only people a lap down now is going to be Menchaca, Reggie Jug Evans Jr., and Jordan Marion. All 23 drivers still out. Where at?
I'm sitting here with Malone and Archuleta, Kiernan.
Yeah, they're grouped up. They're all tail to tail.
Yeah.
Got some potentially good racing coming towards the middle here.
Well, and as we've already seen, guys, you know, these guys are trying to make moves early because those tires are going to start to fall off. Everybody's going to fall back into that single file pattern that we've seen already, and you're not going to be able to move very much. Looks like 3 wide there for a second with Kiernan and Benjamin Archuleta. Also including Malone, the number 8. Malone looking down low on Kiernan. He's going to be right on the inside of Kiernan making that pass. Kiernan able to move back up into the top 10 after being a lap down, it looked like. Archuleta diving down low on that number 36 of McCabe. And he's got Malone right behind him, following him. Malone already looking
3
to
wide.
the inside. Is that Cochran in them?
0-5 and Cochran, yeah.
They're still 3 wide. Looks like
3 wide all the way around.
oh,
Whoa!
a little bit of contact with the 05 right there on the outside. Darren Bruce right there in the middle of Cochran and Kiernan. Still 3 wide.
Still keeping it 3 wide.
And there's another 3 wide right behind him. Dusty Haynes, Campbell, and Justin Openchowski.
Kiernan pulling back, bringing it 3 wide through the middle again.
Jeez. There's still 3 wide right behind him as well. Oh, Graham, definitely. We absolutely. Come talk to me in the Discord.
Oh, we got a little bit of pushing back and forth here.
After the race, obviously. But man, Cochran just moving forward right there, able to pass those guys. He's going to be right up behind Hunter Birkmeyer for OCS in that number 95. Cochran still looking to maintain. Keep in mind, guys, a lot of these guys have already used a bunch of their fast repairs, right? So they're going to have to be careful not to incur any more damage because they're going to have to nurse that damage for the rest of the race. And it looks like we are already about to cross the line for halfway here at the Bluegrass Burnout 225 in Kentucky.
Kieran pushing right on by up to 10th place. 52 trying to battle him out.
52 of Campbell making a good shot up the outside right there, side by side with Kieran, able to take that position. Kiernan's also in trouble. He's got Openchowski sitting right behind him. Openchowski, another fast driver, but Dustin Haynes right there. Dustin Haynes now up in front of Openchowski, looking on the inside.
Like Kiernan's trying to ride that middle a little bit, try to save those tires a little bit.
Oh, definitely, I'm sure. And again, like I said, once that tire wear starts to come off, we're going to see these guys go back into that single file position. It looks like we have a new leader, ladies and gentlemen. Darren Bruce up to the front in front of our lane. He's now going to be almost 1 second in front of our lane, but our lane almost 2 seconds, our lane in 1 second in front of Jason McCabe, our previous leader. McCabe also in trouble. He's got Cameron Craighead sitting right behind him. Richard Elliott as well, but look at that. Jacob Malone now pushing up to 6th place, looking to take that spot from Elliott. Elliott not giving any room for Cameron Craighead here. They're going to be side by side coming into 3 and 4.
Joe Barrow back here and now taking 15th place from 36, moving on up another slot.
Malone not making any friends, moving to the front, getting Richard Elliott out of his way. Nice little slide job in front of Elliott to get up in front. He's now back up into 5th.
P5. Oh, P4 actually.
Oh yeah, no, it is
battling
P4.
out with the 0-2 right now for P4.
They are side by side coming through the front stretch. But he's got Cameron
not
Craighead.
having it. He's coming right behind him.
Richard Elliott just not giving any space at all for Malone to make a move. He's going to maintain that spot. Richard Elliott still in 4th. Jacob Malone in 5th.
We get race control on the radio. Thank you. Got a little tense couple of talking sessions in the radio right now.
What, are they going back and forth?
Race control had to step in.
As our stand-in race control, Kyle Simmons doing a great job. Not unexperienced. He's got his own series that he does race control for, the development series here at GEC. So he definitely knows what he's doing. Man, Richard Elliott and Malone. Woo! Still side by side. Malone looks like he was able to take that position. A little bit of a crossover from Richard Elliott, but he just can't get it done. Malone is now up into fourth. Wesley Lynch up in the chat. Yeehaw, he says. Another side-by-side battle with the 51. And it looks like the 93 of Reggie Jug Evans Jr. Jug Evans Jr. a lap down, but he's still pushing hard. He's going to have Berkmeyer right behind him, but Benjamin Archuleta up into the top 10, now in 8th.
Archuleta and Berkmeyer battling it out. Or is it? No, wait, who is that?
That's Reggie.
Oh, Reggie Evans, my bad.
Yep. It just
Reggie
shows them
is,
together because
lap
Reggie's
car,
lap.
I believe in.
Yeah. It looks like Campbell is on the outside of Berkmeyer, though, but be careful. Right there behind him is Justin Openchowski in that 96, his teammate, Berkmeyer's teammate. Openchowski up into the wall a little bit, trying to get on the outside of Berkmeyer, just not able to make it happen. Berkmeyer's still going to maintain that spot.
Got Elliott, Craighead, and not Cochran, Elliott, Jacob Malone, and McCabe battling it out for their positions right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty tight battle for third right there. Malone just edging out. McCabe able
Malone
to...
into the wall a little bit, actually.
Yeah, he's using all the track, man, but he's still maintaining that speed. Able to gain another position right there, moving up to third over Jason McCabe. McCabe right there fighting Elliott off. Elliott been fast all night long.
Trying to do everything he can to keep him behind him. Whoa, a little slow up on that 32 car, that lap car there. Letting him on by.
Let's go ahead and take a look and see who's been our biggest gainers all race. Looks like Jason McCabe up 10 spots in 4th, or Dustin Haynes up 11 spots in 11th. Jason McCabe and him are switching back and forth as positions are changing. R Lane up 10 spots in 2nd. Berkmeyer now up 10 spots in 9th. And Campbell up 8 spots in 8th. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. Some great changes there for sure.
It looks like our top 4 movers are all up 10 spots. That's nuts.
I'll tell you what, though, you really weren't wrong. The tires are really going to be the worst enemy here on this track. I mean, I'm looking at tons of drivers that are just. It looks like their wheels are already basically gone. They have to go slow around these corners already.
Cameron Craighead coming down into the pits. Marino Jr. still back there by himself. It looks like he's got some damage on the right front of that car. Not what you wanted to see for Marino Jr. being one of the fastest guys on the track tonight. It looks like he's just trying not to go a lap down. But Darren Bruce now almost 3 seconds ahead of our lane. And our lane still looks like he's about a little over a second in front of Jacob Malone as well.
But we got Haynes, Burrows, and a couple other drivers coming in down into pit lane. Sounds like everybody coming down.
Oh, they're all coming. They're all doing it. This is gonna be wild.
We're going to see who decides to stay out. Our lane, Elliott, Gallman, Archuleta, and Dunn all coming into pit lane as Barrow and Haynes are going to be coming out.
35 coming in.
Bunch of
Malone
cars.
coming in.
Bruce now coming in as well. Our leader. Remember, he was 3 seconds ahead of second place of our lane at the time of coming in. Chris Campbell is now our leader. As a bunch of these
Like
drivers
Menchaca
now coming out.
staying out, seeing if maybe he can get a lap back. Not exactly sure how many laps he is down at the moment. It looks like it might be
Campbell, Cochran, and Openchowski all now coming into pit lane as well. All at the same time.
Menchaca showing down 1 lap. Okay, so not bad, not bad. I think he was down 2, so I think he may have been able to get at least 1 lap back. He's going into pit now. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That was close.
Nah, there was something in chat.
Getting a little spicy.
Yeah, a little too spicy.
Well, that's going to put Marino Jr. back out to the lead, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't know how he's going to be able to maintain that. He still has to come down into pit lane. Darren Bruce back out into second place with Craighead behind him. Looks like Craighead about 3 seconds behind Darren Bruce, 2.6, 2.7. Marino Jr. now coming down into pit lane himself. You know he was waiting for that yellow flag to come out. You know he was.
Oh, yeah, he was. Joseph Barrow up into 15th.
Well, and as we already talked about, Marino Jr. with a little bit of damage on the front of that car, I'm wondering if he still has that fast repair available. Because we only got 52 laps to go here in this race. And he's going to want to be able to get that fixed at ASAP. And I don't think he's going to do it under green. It looks like he only took 2 tires. Yeah, he did not get that damage fixed. So he may still have some issues. Flying by Marino coming out of pit lane. He's back on the run again. Marino Jr. charging. Cochran and Campbell fighting it out for that 6th position. They're going to be side by side coming into 3 and 4. Cody coming in and saying, Justin's a jerk face. I hope he loses. That's what. Oh, man, that's messed up.
Oh, here comes 71 up in trying to battle out this 86 and 50.
Yeah, man, that's a hell of a race right there. The 71, 86, and the 52 all fighting it out. Justin Openchowski right behind him in 9th. But careful, the birthday boy, Benjamin Archuleta, is sitting there right behind Openchowski, not giving it an inch. Birkmeyer, Openchowski, and Archuleta all for OCS, right? 9th, 10th, and 11th. Man, I think Darren Bruce is now almost 4 seconds ahead of second place of Cameron Craighead. Yeah, he's 3.8 seconds in front of Cameron Craighead at the moment. Cameron Craighead in second place. Jacob Malone still in third. Cameron Craighead, Jacob Malone going to be battling it out here in a moment. Malone right there on the backside of Craighead trying to make a move. Is he going to be able to make it happen? One mistake from Craighead and it is going to be Malone up in second.
Oh, I'm not sure what happened with Menchaca back there, but he was only 1 lap down. Now he's 3 laps down. He must have stayed in pit for a some kind of repair or something.
Speaking of laps down, Joseph Barrow now he's up into the 14th spot after being a lap down, fighting with Dusty Haynes in that number 3. Haynes able to take advantage and stay in 13th. Barrow looking to get up into that top 10 before this next caution, if we have a caution. 46 laps to go.
Some frenemies over here.
Barrow is right there on his backside. They're going to be side by side, looks like, coming out of this corner possibly. Not quite. Almost Barrow. Ooh, McCabe cutting down to the bottom of the track. Something just happened. He might have tapped that wall. He's going to lose a little bit of speed right there, giving the advantage to Campbell. Jason McCabe up into 5th. You know Campbell's definitely looking to get into that top 5. But he needs to be careful. It looks like Menchaca is still sitting right there with them all. He's going to be a lap down, but he's still fast.
Got Jacob Malone and Craighead still battling out 3 and 2.
Oh man, they are dead close together. That is going to be the race to watch. But as they battle it out, they are continuously losing position to Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce out in the open, almost 5 seconds ahead of second place.
Darren Bruce, I believe, is he had a podium last week, didn't he? I think he was P3, talking about wanting to come out and maybe get that P1 this time around. And I mean, he's definitely putting his money where his mouth. So
yeah, he came out in second last week. He definitely was a little disappointed that he didn't actually win that race. Jacob Malone coming out with the victory towards the end. But Darren Bruce, very, very fast driver, will not be his first time in the winner's circle. Malone looking to the outside of Craighead, just still not able to make it happen. And as they battle, they are not getting any closer to Darren Bruce. How many green flag pits you think we still got in this? 1, 2? Two at the most, I know that, but possibly 1.
I would say probably at least another 1, maybe 2. I think it's all going to depend here. I'd say for sure 1.
Well, and as also we get closer and closer to the 28th, the GEC 500, going to be an amazing race on the 28th at 8 p.m. Full feature race, 500 miles for these drivers at Daytona. That's going to be an extremely fun watch. Cannot wait.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm definitely going to be in that.
I hope so. It's going to come with a nice, beautiful Daytona trophy. It's going to look good.
I may not be out there to get P1, but I'll be out there to enjoy it for sure. 500 miles, can't beat that.
Yeah, in all honesty, for a race like that, 98% of that race is just going to be sitting back, relaxing, coming up with strategy with your team, just making sure that you guys make it to the end. That's pretty much all that's going to be for most of that race. I'm super excited to get in there. Here we go, side by side with Gallman and Cochran. Cochran in 8th. Gallman now moves up to 7th, losing a position right there. Unfortunately, Cochran's now going to be behind Gallman, getting chased down by Justin Openchowski. Openchowski's still in 9th, but he is looking to move forward in that top 10.
Jacob Malone trying to get past the 48, try to get back up to Cameron Craighead.
Yeah, Craighead creating a little bit of a gap right there. Is that Marino? Yeah, Marino Jr. now a lap down, unfortunately. Man,
Lots of drivers just getting really angry out here on this track tonight.
Well, like I was telling Simmons before the race started, there's going to be an extreme amount of aggression trying to get towards the end of the season, and I mean, going into the playoffs, these guys are trying to get as many points as possible to finish out the regular season, to hit that 14 line. And there's a lot of people, really good drivers, that are not above that 14 line that really want to be in the playoffs. So we're going to see that come out in the next few races. We only have, after this, what, 3 races to end of the regular season? So
No, it's crazy to even think about that. I mean, it seems like we just started the season.
I know. Darren Bruce still 4.3 seconds ahead of second place at the moment, running into some of that lap traffic. Looks like Brad Wilson and who is that?
The Marino.
Is
Marino,
it?
yeah,
No,
I
that's
think
not
so.
Marino. That's McCabe.
That's the number 11 car.
No, he just, well, the 11 is up in front of him, Marion. But Marion's already a couple laps down. But yeah, he's about to pass. He just passed Brad Wilson.
Getting ready to pass Marino here.
Marion.
Or Marion. I keep getting
I
the
know.
names mixed up.
It's difficult, trust me, I know. Man, we only got 30 laps to go, guys. This race is awesome.
Flying by. He's 4.4 seconds ahead of P2 right now. He is just flying.
Well, and like we said, it's going to be about 30 laps on a full tank, maybe 32 at the most, so he's going to bring it in. I imagine these drivers, yep, as I say that, Craighead comes down into pit lane. Marino Jr. also into pit lane.
The final window.
This would be the time for Bruce to probably come in and try to get the fuel he needs to finish this race out, unless he already has it. Which I doubt. We still got another, like, what, 30 laps?
Yeah, we got about another tank left.
Looks like Marino Jr. has been sitting in the pits for a minute. Yeah, not sure what's going on with Marino Jr. If I was him, I'd be one of those upset drivers, I'm telling you. He led a bunch of laps in this race, one of the fastest drivers out here, putting a gap on even Malone himself. Just not able to get it done tonight. And he falls many, many laps down. Yep, bunch more drivers are now coming into pit lane. Archuleta, Elliott, Haynes, and Barrow all coming in.
86 coming in.
Yeah, that brings Malone in as well with the number 2 of our lane.
Darren Bruce should probably think about pitting soon, otherwise it might end up being a tragedy for him towards the end here.
Yeah, he
with
does.
all these other drivers coming in.
You do not want to lose that much time off those fresh tires, because those guys with the fresh tires are definitely going to be gaining some time. I imagine he's going to be coming in here maybe in another lap, but he is going to have those fresher
coming in
ones.
Now. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong driver. Disregard.
Hunter
It looked like the
Berkmeyer
same
and K.
exact
Dunn.
car.
It's probably, yeah, it was K. Dunn.
Yeah, K. Dunn coming down.
Man, he is really going to want to come in, but that, again, now that gives him 5 fresher lap tires than everybody else.
It's like Campbell, Jacob Malone, or Jacob McCabe, and Openchowski in P2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, he's going to be coming in now. Nope. Yep, there it is.
Yep, 39 coming down into the pits finally.
That is our leader, Darren Bruce. Chris Campbell deciding to stay out. Chris Campbell is going to be our new leader, leading a couple more laps out here. But as it shows
Hopefully
right
Darren
now,
can get in and get out.
everybody all the way back to Brad Wilson in 8th. So from 1 to 8, everybody still needs to pit. Looks like Darren Bruce, yeah, he's coming down right now as well. Keep in mind, everybody's also going to have those fresh tires. That could wind up causing an issue if they're not careful.
A couple more drivers coming in this time around, 35 being one of them.
Openchowski in the 96 and 77 of Garrett Caswell in. 52 of Campbell with McCabe also right behind him. That's Jason McCabe. Chris Campbell and Jason McCabe, both 1 and 2, are now coming in. That's going to put Lee Kiernan in the lead. Lee Kiernan's coming out and going to lead some laps.
How about that? Let's
Lee
go.
Kiernan up to the lead. Just led his first lap right there. Great job by this rookie driver coming in from the Truck Series. Also one of the best broadcasters we got. Oh, a little bit of contact back there.
But now he's coming in. He got his point.
Yeah, Josh McCabe right in front of him. Almost a big incident right there, guys. They were able to keep it together, thank God. That's also probably going to put Wilson in the lead if he doesn't come down as well. It does look like Wilson's coming down. Jacob Malone. Jacob Malone looks like he's jumping up to the lead. Darren Bruce right behind him. Man, Malone, he does some incredible stuff in those pit stops. Looks like Malone only taken 2 tires, wherein Darren Bruce took all 4. But that did not give him much of an advantage because Bruce is sitting right next to him. Hopefully those 2 tires doesn't wear off before Darren Bruce can catch up. Darren Bruce does have the fresher tires with only 20 to go.
I don't know. It's going to be hard. I mean, once Malone takes the lead, he doesn't ever really like to give it up. So it's going to be a hard race from here on out.
Well,
for Darren Bruce.
I agree. And the problem is can he maintain that 2-tire pit stop for another 19 laps? I mean, that is a lot of laps to put a lot of wear and tear on those tires. But if he can do it,
Bruce catching up ever so slightly. 0.5 behind.
I know Bruce does not want to finish behind Malone again. He wants that win badly.
He's definitely going to be battling out. He wants that P1.
Oh, we got a driver to the bottom of the track right there. Looks like he was coming out of pit lane.
Trying everything in his power to get up there. He's now another 0.1 behind Malone. Gaining another one back.
Yeah, but Malone somehow is maintaining, man. He's keeping that 0.6 lead in front.
He's just, he keeps pulling ahead by that 0.1 second.
Like I said, the main question is going to be, are those 2 tires going to fall off before Bruce can catch it, before the end of this race? 16 laps to go. Big racing going on here in the back with the 37 and the number 11. 37 of Brad Wilson just trying to fight it off but can't do it. 11 of Marion lap down, still gaining. It does look like Marino Jr. did wind up coming back out, but he is going to be several laps down, unfortunately.
Sounded like earlier when I was listening in on the comms, it sounded like a lot of people were only racing in Gear 2. Some people were saying not to even shift into Gear 3 on some of these turns and whatever. I don't know, man.
That sounds confusing.
I think they were trolling each other.
Yeah,
Do you think they were?
Had to have
I think
been.
they're trying to get into money shift, yeah.
Yeah, shifting down to second at these speeds will blow your engine easily.
Oh, Malone with a little bit of wall tap. That might give him a little bit of a chance to catch up here.
He is increasing that lead on Darren Bruce. $12 laps to go here at Kentucky.
Every time I look back at these two, it looks like Bruce is starting to catch up, but then I look at the seconds and it's still the same.
Yeah, that's wild how, I don't know, maybe those tires he changed, or the tires he didn't change didn't have a lot of wear on them.
Oh, we caught up by 0.1. He's at 0.4 now. Oh, back up to 5.
Oh no, yeah, he definitely caught about 0.2. And it looks like keeps going.
I don't know. Those tires might be starting to fail a little bit up there. Go back and take a look back in the back of the pack here. Looks like everybody just trying to stay single file, trying to keep it clean. '51 looking in on the 37, battling it out.
That's going to be Benjamin Archuleta trying to get up into the top 10. 37 looks like going to be a lap down, battling a lead lap car. Ooh, a little bit of contact between the two. Giving the 51 the advantage. He now is in front of that lapped car, but Benjamin Archuleta is a little under a second behind Richard Elliott in that 02 to get up into the top 10.
Darren Bruce being 7.2 seconds in front of P3 right now. They've got a massive lead right now.
With only 7 laps to go, can Malone hold it together? One mistake and Darren Bruce is going to take advantage.
I'd say at least another good touch to the wall, and Darren Bruce might be able to catch up.
Bruce got a cheerleader. I believe it's his sister Carrie in the chat. Pedal to the metal, Bruce. He is trying it with everything he's got to get up behind Malone. I would love to see him battle it out here for the end of this race. That'd be amazing.
Malone just not having it. He's just pushing.
Yeah, I don't know how he's maintaining that lead, man. That's crazy. Only changing those 2 tires. He got super lucky. Good pit strategy on Malone, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, little wiggle out of Malone down on the bottom of the track there.
This might be a chance for Darren Bruce to catch up here. If they catch up to these lap cars, it may end up slowing Malone down a little bit. Darren Bruce at this point just got to be hoping that just anything at this moment will happen. Oh, and there's a wall touch by Malone.
But he didn't lose any speed.
He lost 0 speed. He's still 0.5 in front of Darren. Holding steady.
Final lap here across the line, ladies and gentlemen. Last lap here at Kentucky to finish out the Bluegrass Burnout 225. Malone looks like he's going to steal it off a pit stop strategy with only changing 2 tires. No more cautions.
Man, what a race.
An incredible race. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Checkered flag goes to Jacob Malone once again. Darren Bruce coming in second and Craighead coming in third place. Congratulations to our drivers. Woo, that was an incredible race. Bunch of huge green flag runs, ladies and gentlemen. Just super awesome to see. We'll be right back with your driver interviews. Congratulations to our podium drivers here at Kentucky for the Bluegrass Burnout 225. Once again, Malone stealing away a win from Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce, unfortunately, taking those 4 tires where Malone only took 2. Malone able to hold onto those 2 tires all the way to the end of the race somehow. Just an incredible job, an incredible decision at the end there. How did it go?
It went pretty good. I mean, the beginning of the race was a struggle. It was practically a test session for the first, I'd say 75 laps. Had my little self spin on the restart zone, just a mistake by me. Luckily, I was able to recover, drive through the field, and kind of, you know, I thought about taking 2 tires. I was thinking about it for a while, and I was struggling with like tight center, tight center, tight center. I'm like, maybe this could help my handling. And it did. I was very surprised, and me pitting slightly earlier also kind of helped me get the lead there. And then from there, it was just aero block and abuse this car as much as possible. He had me on my edge, man. I was Bruce over there, Mr. Bruce. He had me on my toes. I was full push to the end. I felt like I couldn't make any mistakes with him just right there, kind of pounding away at the position.
Yeah, anything would have happened right there, and he definitely would have took that away. Yeah, what did happen on that restart? Were you in like first gear or something? Is that how that spin happened?
Yeah, I was in first gear. I kind of had it saved, and then you just can't slow down for when someone just doesn't go, which is me who didn't go, and so I kind of got lifted up, and then around I went. Just unfortunate, took out so many cars. I don't like being a mess causer or just being a problem like that. It's not something in my nature, or me causing yellows in general. So it was a little disappointing. It was a bit of a struggle at the beginning of the race. I can't lie. I just couldn't figure out the speed of the car. I was very uncomfortable. But once we got that run in, and we had that long green flag run at the end, I was just able to drive from I'd say mid pack to end of the field to the front. Fortunately, I got lucky with some people making mistakes and the 2-tire call.
Yeah, no, great job, actually. We were watching a lot of that movement from the back to the front. Bunch of 3-wide racing, trying to move up through some of that lap traffic as well. But man, congratulations on another checkered flag tonight, Malone, and just wow, an amazing run by the whole field. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Well, of course, I got to thank my team, Outlaw Performance. They've given me a car to get 3 wins in a row, so it's been spectacular driving for them and up front finishing well. The number 8 seems to suit me. I'm back on my grind for as many wins as possible, like I was last season. I want to shout out my family, of course, and any of the fans there in the chat rooting for me. I see you guys, and it's amazing. It means the world.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for coming out and putting on a show, and we look forward to seeing what you can do next week.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
Absolutely, you too. As we move on to our P2 driver, Darren Bruce out there leading a bunch of laps. Just unfortunate with the 4-tire pit stop versus the 2-tire decision by Malone. I know it sucks, man, but you did an amazing job. Go through what you were thinking out there.
Man, I'll be honest with you. I'm in awe. That was pretty awesome. That pit cycle started. I had a 4.5 second lead, and I thought, ain't no way. And we come out of the pits, and Malone was in front of him, and I thought he had to take 2 tires, but I didn't even worry about pushing hard. I figured, him with 2 tires is going to wear more. Plus, I had pressure tires, so I just kind of cruised along, thinking he's going to come back to me. And he did eventually, but once I got up to within about a half second of him, it's like he said, the aero blocked it. It was really tight behind somebody, but man, impressed. What can you say about Malone, man? That was a drive.
Yeah, we're impressed by the 4-second gap that you put on the field in the first place. You were one of the fastest cars out there tonight, and in all honesty, you put on one of the best shows that we've seen all day. Just really unfortunate with that 4-tire pit stop. Just gave Malone the advantage, and man, great job, buddy. I can't say anything more about it, really, honestly. You just pushed as hard as you could.
I can't either, man. I can't either, man. You just got to hand it to him, but that was a show right there. I got to hand it to Malone, man.
Oh, and it was a great race to watch up in the booth as well. You guys killed it on the green flag runs. Just 3 caution flags out tonight, and I can't be more proud of the Cup Series than I am tonight. And you're up there. You're one of them, and you did a great job, buddy.
Hey, we appreciate it.
Absolutely. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Oh, yeah, I want to thank GEC and everything they could do. And we don't thank you admins enough for what you do. Y'all do a great job. Thank my Dirty South teammates, Keith and Reggie. Coleman, he couldn't be here again. He's working on this car. I always want to thank my wife for letting me do this. Say hey to the grandbabies. We'll be watching this again. Hey, say hey to my sister. She watches these. And special shout out tonight to my stepson, Louis Lombardi. He's here, and he sat down here and watched us run some on my shoulder.
Yeah, well, and again, Carrie, once again in the chat cheering you on. Pedal to the metal, Bruce. Always here to have your back, and I'm super happy to see it.
She's a great fan.
She actually just popped in and said, "Great race, congratulations to Malone, talented driver."
Yes, he is.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
No, go ahead. She what?
I was just gonna say she knows how. She calls it like she sees it. He's talented.
No, I can't believe he was able to do that. We up in the booth, we were like, man, he's got to have to. He's gonna slow down. He's gonna slow down, and sure enough, he was able to hold that 0.5 all the way around. So
yeah, like I said, man, I'm impressed. I'm in awe. That was a schooling right there.
Well, again, thank you so much for the show, and we look forward to seeing what you can come out here and do next week.
Thank you very much.
Last but never least, Craighead, previous Truck Series champion, coming into the Cup Series for the first time, putting in a lot of podiums, up number 1 in the points right now. I still believe that is going to be the case after this race. But take us through what's going through your mind in this race.
I'm just happy to rebound after Richmond. I don't think I'll be in the lead of the points because he was behind me by 1. So I think I did fall to second, but it was a clean race. I didn't do nothing wrong. Like I said, I'm just happy to rebound. I just kept my nose clean and got back to what I do best, which is being consistent.
Well, I can tell you were in none of the replays tonight. That's a good thing. You did a great job of keeping it clean out there. I think you're growing the respect out there as a driver coming up from the Truck Series. But again, being a previous champion of GEC out there in the Truck Series, coming out from a championship and coming into the Cup Series, you're definitely making a name for yourself. And we're super excited to see what the next few races come up. We only have 3 more races in the regular season, but you're definitely 100% going to be in the playoffs.
Awesome.
Well, again, thank you so much, buddy. And is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, I want to thank Race Labs, Skid Mark, Mirror Sports for allowing me to be on their team and hanging out with them all in the Discord call race. It was a boring one out there tonight, so I'm glad I had Menchaca talking to me. And I want to thank the admins because y'all put in a lot of work. And yeah, that's what keeps the league going. I want to thank you for the broadcast and everybody else who helped you out tonight. And that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Craighead. Obviously, we want to see you take another checkered flag this season before the end of the regular season. But either way, you are definitely going to be in the playoffs from what I can see. And I'll tell you, I got strong hopes that you may take home another trophy.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see me out there winning. Don't worry. Wait for Dega.
Wait for Dega. I got you. All right, man. Thank you so much for coming out to put on a show.
Alrighty, no problem. Talk to y'all next week.
Yes, sir. And thank you all for showing up tonight. It was an amazing race here at Kentucky for the Bluegrass Burnout 225. We always appreciate everybody's support, the drivers, the admins, GEC in a whole, and anybody that comes out and watches these races every single week. We expect to continue to grow and continue to do better for you guys and put on a hell of a show. And we'll see you next time here at GEC Racing League.